Hey, thanks for joining me this week for another edition of Utah Real Estate Market Stats. But first, some sea otters. All right, great. Okay, now let's jump right into the numbers. So let's pull these up and take a look. All right, bear with me because it's been a long day. But let's take a look at these market stats. I'll try and fly through them pretty quick as we're kind of here in the middle of October. And we need to wait for the major numbers to come back at the end of the month. So let me shrink this down a little bit. How's that? Okay. All right. So, like I say every week, let's just think of this as the entire state of Utah. It's the holy moly, Wasatch Front Regional MLS. I think that's the third time in a row I've said that. Wasatch Front Regional MLS for the entire state of Utah. So when I pulled this report last week at this time, there was 10,130 active homes. Today, there are, I don't know why this is so slow. I guess got to click in the right spot. 10,208. So not even an increase of 100. So it's less than 1%. So that number rises every week, but just ever so slowly. All right. So this is the 4 major counties in Utah, and I have some little disclaimers down here. I'm only looking at homes below $1.5 million. So Salt Lake, Utah, Weber, Davis counties. Last week they had 6,573 homes. And this week, 6,622, increase of 0.7%. So the entire state and then those 4 major counties, yes, we are seeing an increase in supply sitting on the market. Let's look at how many days on average those homes have been sitting there. So we're looking at median days on market. For the entire state, it was 54 days last week, and today 55 days, increase of almost 2% as they're sitting 1 day longer. And for those 4 major counties, priced below 1.5 million, last week 48 days, and today 50 days. So that one bumped 2 days, or 4.2%, so that was an even bigger jump. And let's look at prices. What have prices done? So all along Utah, last week, $569,900 was the average, I should say the median sales price for homes sold. And it dropped ever so slightly, right? $200 or 0.03%. Here's an interesting one, though, for those 4 major counties. Last week, $546,000, and today, $549,000, or an increase of about 0.5%. And if we were to take a look at like the last month of prices, they were the same price one week, they went up another week, they came back down. So really, for the month of October, average, these median home prices, they're actually staying pretty stable. So I think when the monthly numbers come out, we're not going to see a very big change, from September to October. So that'll be something to keep an eye on as the numbers are published here at the end of the month. All right, weekly sold homes. So I added this last week, but I realized I did a flaw with the days that I pulled. So as a realtor, you can publish your homes up to 3 days after they sell. And so I was pulling them from Wednesday to Tuesday, and they weren't all fully reported when I did this video. So what I've done is I've done your standard week going from Sunday to Saturday. So if we look 2 weeks ago, from October 2nd to October 8th, all across the state of Utah, there were 621 homes sold. And if you look just last week, so going from Sunday through Saturday, that is 550 homes, or a drop in 11%. Now, I don't know how alarming that is. I know for this time of year, right, going into fall, we're going to see sales fall off, right, going from summer, the most active months, kind of slowing down here, especially going into, we're getting closer to November and December. So interesting facts there. I don't know what it means. I'm just reporting it as I see it. So median sold prices on those homes. So I'll say 2 weeks ago it was 495,000. Last week 482,500. So we did see a little drop here of about 2.5% on those sold homes. And days on market, they went from 35 days down to, or I should say up to 38 days. So yes, sitting a little bit longer, about 8.5% longer sitting on the market. Let's look at those 4 major counties. What does that look like? So again, these are homes priced below 1.5 million. 2 weeks ago we had 466 homes. Last week dropped all the way down to 396 homes. That's a drop in 15% in the volume of sold homes. The price went from $494,150, and this one's interesting, up to $497,500. So actually an increase. So like we're seeing those active homes on the market stay pretty stable. We're seeing, we actually saw that increase. And days on market went from 35 up to 37, so an increase of about 7%. So I'm going to keep it short and simple this week. That's the numbers. That's what I'm seeing. Not seeing a huge change in sold home prices across the board. We're seeing a drop in volume, and the days on market continues to rise. So that's what I'm seeing. Interest rates, as you know it, continue to rise. The Fed raised those rates. It's been, 2-3 weeks ago now? They are meeting again on the first week of November. No, it's looking like they're going to raise those rates just because of inflation, right? They're trying to fight inflation. That's the best way that the Fed knows how, is to slow inflation, is to raise rates. So if you're thinking about buying a house, there's still a lot of inventory, active homes on the market. Like I said, we haven't seen prices come down that much. But I can say that looking over the next few months, I still think the Fed's going to raise the rates 2 more times this year, and maybe a few more times into the beginning of next year. So if you're going to be getting a mortgage, it's probably cheaper now than it's going to be the next 6 months. And the lender I work with has some great options, from adjustable rate mortgages. A lot of my buyers are looking at 2-1 buy down, which means you can lower your payment for the next 2 years. And we have some very unique loan options as well. So let me know. I'd love to put you in contact with my mortgage lender. And be sure to reach out with any other real estate questions here in the state of Utah. Thank you.